Well, I have called on Sheriff Lewis to resign. I have no power to remove him, to suspend him, or anything else. If I did, I would exercise it.
Governor Henry McMaster's name has been added to a growing list of people calling for Sheriff Will Lewis to resign. This comes after a former employee, Savannah Neighbors, filed a lawsuit claiming Lewis sexually abused her.
Yeah, Lewis says he had a consensual relationship with his employee. Our Erin Rogers has been following this story for days. She joins us now live at 7 on Main with the latest on this developing story. Erin.
Well, Gordon, adding to that list, the Greenville County Republican Party released a statement to me saying that they also think it would be the best interest for everyone if Sheriff Lewis stepped down. 11 days after this lawsuit was filed, Governor Henry McMaster is calling for Sheriff Will Lewis to step down.
Given the lack of confidence that has been expressed by the council and others in Greenville County, that's one of the largest law enforcement agencies in the whole state. Because of that lack of confidence, I think now is the time for him simply to step down.
He says he would remove him if he could.
A very powerful statement, and it just brought home to me that how sad this situation is for the individuals involved, and even tragic.
Greenville County Council announced earlier this week that they also believe the sheriff should step down, but they don't know if their action had any effect on the governor.
And I think council did what was on its conscience to do.
Yesterday, Sheriff Lewis was served with a lawsuit by neighbors, and his attorney transferred the case to federal court.
You're changing venue. You go into a larger pool of jury when you go to federal court,
which could work in Lewis's favor. Attorney Fletcher Smith says he doesn't think people calling for the sheriff's resignation is appropriate.
We have a country based on the presumption of innocence, and that presumption of innocence extends to everybody until they're convicted of a crime. And I would hate for everybody to rush to judgment before the justice system has had an opportunity to complete its investigations.
Now council says they're looking at suggestions if the sheriff does resign.
Well, this is uncharted water for us.
Now, Gordon, I also did reach out to the Greenville County Sheriff's Office for a comment, but they did not get back in time for this story.
So there's an important thing to get at every time we talk about this, and the attorney you talked to, Fletcher Smith, says a presumption of innocence unless he's convicted of a crime. But this is a civil lawsuit. He's not charged with any crime. So is that why he has the choice to stay in office until he wants to leave?
That is, and if he is indeed charged with a crime, that's the only time when the governor can indeed remove him. That is why everyone is asking him to step down. If that happens, then the governor can appoint an interim sheriff, and then in that time, a special election can be called.
But at this point, so far, no criminal charges against Sheriff Lewis.
No criminal charges against Sheriff Lewis, and if he does want to step down, that is completely up to him.
All right, Erin Rogers, nice job. Thank you.